Okay, so we're going to be talking about a plant today. Now we've had a breakfast and we're all ready to go. We're going to be talking a plant called, well, I'm not going to tell you what it's called actually. Let me let you think for a little bit. This plant comes from Indochina, places like Vietnam or Malaysia. This plant is quite often found in people's homes. It's a popular house plant. It's a plant that's very easy to look after. Its Greek name translates into ashamed flowers, so that should be a good hint if you know a little bit about it. And it's a plant that's in the same family as Streptocarpus, the Gesneriaceae family, if I said that right. But that's where it comes from, and it was once thought to be extinct in the wild, and it was found in a swamp in 2013. So it's still out there. It's an epiphytic plant, which means it grows on other plants. And this plant tends to grow down rather than up. So that should give you some sort of idea of what we're looking at. Not to keep you in suspense any longer, let's have a look at the plant. So the plant I'm talking about is right up there. And if you haven't guessed already, this plant is called the lipstick plant. So let's talk a bit about this. But the first thing you're going to need to know before you go any further is what its actual name is and its proper name. Going to need a bit of paper for this because it's a hard one to say. Aeschynanthus, the lipstick plant. Aeschynanthus. Now an easy way for me to remember this is to break it into little bits and say as, ki, nan, thus. It's not the proper phonetic spelling, but that's what works for me. Aeschynanthus, the lipstick plant. So here we have it, the lipstick plant. And why is it called the lipstick plant? Well, let me show you. I just need to borrow this bit here. There you go. It's called the lipstick plant because that looks like a tube of lipstick. Something like that. Don't try that at home. It's actually non-toxic, so if you do that, it's not going to kill you. But we need to give this plant a haircut because it's getting rather long, and they usually do better once they've been trimmed back a bit. So that's what I'm going to crack on with. I'm going to cut this down a bit shorter, make it grow out nice and bushy. Yeah, let's get on with that.
Tell me you're fine, I wanna believe you, but I know better than I didn't. So show off your fangs, I wanna fly high with you, but your fears are bringing me down. I don't wanna be free, I'm late to the game, there's nothing to talk about, they're the same. So get off my face, I'm drunk and again I'm trying to start a fire with rain. Love is a curse and my friends are a drag. You look through my eyes as you bore me to death floor. Life is a curse, all your friends want me dead. You look through my mind as you drive me to
thing to note while I'm up here, and I've brought the camera up, is this one is actually running quite dry at the minute. And if I look at the watering cone, I think it's probably, yeah, it's all dried out. So I need to fill up the watering cone, get some water back into here. What you notice is when it's running too dry, you get these dried crispy leaves. First of all they go black, and then they go all crispy. Let me see if I can find a black one. There must be one here somewhere. Yeah. So here you can see it's like going black from the inside. And then it's going to dry out eventually, change into something like that, which is crispy leaf. So we're going to take all those out. We're going to take the flowers out, because the flowers are all pretty dry. This plant will flower all year round, so if you get the conditions right, it literally never stops flowering. The other thing to note is these flowers, when they're finished, they just drop off. So if you're cooking pasta or something like that, then you're going to find you might get one of these flowers in your pasta dish. But to be honest, so far everyone's missed my pasta dish, which is below. So we've done all right so far. They do tolerate a lot of mistreatment, so they are easy plants to look after. I'd advise anybody to get one of these. They look beautiful. They've got this tropical red flower. These are a bit over, but if I can find one a bit closer. See this one? Now I'm pretty sure my plant is an Aeschynanthus Radicans rather than a Pulcher, because a Pulcher has got a lot hairier leaves over there, and also in the end there's a lot more hairs on a Pulcher. So I think this is a Radicans. You can get lots of different types. You can get the curly ones, you can get the raster. I've got another one which I'm going to show you in a bit, which is absolutely amazing. Because I like these plants so much, I actually got another one, and this one's a bit special. So we're going to replace the asparagus fern with an Aeschynanthus to match this one, although it'll be slightly different. We'll get into that in a minute, but let me just carry on trimming up for now.
Forget of my face and drunk, and again I'm trying to start a fire with love is a curse and my friends are a drag. You look through my eyes as you bore me to death floor. Life is a curse, all your friends want me dead. You look through my mind as you drive me to madness stare. I'm so stuck in my ways, I just can't behave. No one understands the word that I say. Your lips, they so wide, you're not satisfied. I can't write a line when you're in my mind. Love is a curse and my friends are a drag. You look through my eyes as you bore me to death floor. Life is a curse, all your friends want me dead. You look through my mind as you drive me to madness stare.
So I've got all these lovely cuttings. I can make some more plants with, or I can bush out some of the existing plants I've also got. The next step I'm going to do is have a look at the asparagus fern, because we want to replace that. Now the asparagus fern is a great plant, but the problem is with the asparagus fern that the roots kind of take up a lot of space in the pot, and it's starting to push out all the soil. And if you look at the asparagus fern, what you see is the soil going like that in the actual hanging basket as the roots have grown so big. Now I can chop the roots in half like I've done before and put it back into the pot and it'll be fine, but I want a bit more of a low maintenance plant up there because it's quite high up and that actually weighs a ton up there. So I'm going to change out the asparagus fern. It's not looking very good at the minute because it's basically seeding and it's the wrong time of the year really for it to look really lush. So it looks a bit flaky, if that's the word, flaky. What I mean by that is all the little leaves are about to drop off. As soon as I touch this thing, it's going to rain down leaves. And we've done it before when we've trimmed up the asparagus fern. But I've got to get it down and I've got to swap it out, and I'll show you the plant that we're going to swap it out with. So we're still on the Aeschynanthus vibe, but we're going to go for something a little bit special for this one. And the plant we're going to go for is an Aeschynanthus Marmoratus. Haven't heard of it? Well, I'll show you what it looks like. Now just look at this plant. Look at the way that the light through the leaves makes them speckled. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? I just want to get these leaves right up there where the asparagus fern is. They're right over there, so we can see it nice and pretty textures on the leaves. And if you look underneath the leaves, let's go around the other side because the light's better. Okay, if you look on the underside of the leaves, what you can see is you've actually got this purple stippling effect underneath. Now, doesn't that look good? So you imagine that up in the air, we'll be able to see all of that from underneath, and it's going to look something like that. So I can't wait to get that in, but to be fair, I've actually grown quite accustomed to it actually sitting there. But I've got to follow through on my idea. Got to trust in what you believe in and go for it. That's what I reckon. So we're going to get this up there and into there. Day 2 in On's garden, and we're going to be reassembling the hanging basket. Now, I've already washed, still wet, the bits of plastic that go inside the hanging basket. I've washed the actual coir, just to try and get any bugs out that are left in there or anything like that, or because you never know, there's spider mite everywhere sometimes. So now it's just a case of finishing the tie wrapping, putting the plastic in, putting the mix in, putting the plant in, hanging it up. So not a lot to do then. This stuff, look. Yum yum. Electrolytes. Gonna keep the moisture in. Big pot for a rather small plant, so we've got to do our best here. Oh, that one's fell off, so we're going to have to propagate that one. We're going to start with this one. Let's put them in. So this plant doesn't mind a little bit of sun, but it doesn't like too much. Now, having said that, mine are right up in the skylights on the roof, but there are a few beams going across which shade it partially during the day, so I'm not too bothered about that. And sometimes the leaves do get a little bit bleached when it's really hot in the summertime, but most of the time it's pretty dark and dingy in the UK, so don't need to worry about that. Comes from the rainforests such as Vietnam and Malaysia and places like that, and those sort of temperatures are about 22 degrees to 30 degrees C. I don't get that in my kitchen. The kitchen actually goes down to about 16 degrees in winter time, or probably even less, depending on how the temperature is regulating around 16 degrees. But they seem to be doing fine in here, and also in a rainforest, of course, there's lots of humidity. So I've upped the humidity in this room, and I've got the humidifier running, That's running about 67% at the minute, but you don't need to do that, I don't think. I think it's fine without it. It's not so sensitive, and it's quite an easy plant to look after. So now all that's left to do is to actually have a little look around the plant as it's up there, and just bear in mind that it is just starting, so it's going to take a little while to start to bush out and look like the other lipstick plant that's right next to it. We're getting there. I'm going to take cuttings from it, and we're going to take those cuttings and we're going to put it back into the soil, and then we'll just get bushier and bushier until we've got a beautiful plant. The light will shine through the leaves and you'll see those speckly patterns on. So I'm looking forward to that. I do these just for fun, basically, these videos. So yeah, if you want to see more, let me know. And yeah, let's have a look at the plant.